Hello, I'm Janice and I hope you're all doing well. I am super excited today. It is actually currently 6:30 in the morning. I woke up at 5:30 today. Reason being, we are going to be traveling for the first time in 2 years. And I know it's 2 years because I have this app on my phone that tells me what I was doing like a year ago in photos. And 2 years ago today, I was in Japan eating to my heart's content. Anyway, we are going on a road trip today. We are driving to the Southern Highlands. I'm going to be picking my friends up along the way. And I'm pretty much done with packing. I just have a few last minute things I need to pack and then we're ready to go. All right, I have picked up my friends. We have packed up the car. We've got a coffee. We're ready to go. This road trip is about to begin. All right, we have just arrived at Bowral. We're in the main town centre right now, and none of us have had breakfast yet, so our first stop for today is high tea at Your Vintage Occasion. Okay, I've just arrived at the Vintage Occasion here at Bowral. It is a very beautiful tea salon. It's really close to Dirty Jane's. In fact, it's kind of in the same vicinity. And what we've got ourselves is the high tea. We've chosen a range of different scones. I've been here before. Their scones are absolutely amazing. And we've also got our own pots of tea. Mine's called Alice's tea. It's white tea with pawpaw, mango, pear pieces, rose. It just sounds delicious. Okay, so for our high tea, there's like 3 tiers. On the very top, there is the sweets. And then in the middle one, there's the scones. So we ordered classic, rose and lavender. And at the very bottom, there is our sandwiches, 3 sausage rolls and also 3 quiches. So what we've got is, here we've got the classic. I've got some jam and chantilly cream on top. Okay, so the outside is very short and crumbly, but then the inside of the scone, it's super fluffy and it's not overly dense, and then in combination with the chantilly cream, it's perfect. If you come to Bowral, you have to come here and try their scones and get their teas as well. It's just the perfect combination. So this one is a lavender scone, and then we pair it with lemon curd. The taste of the lavender is actually quite prominent through the scone, and I do quite like the lemon curd as well. But I have to say my favorite so far is the classic. Like something about the cream and the jam, it just works. Okay, now I am trying my last scone. This is the rose scone with rose cream as well. These scones are so tasty. It's exactly how you would want a scone to be. Like I said before, if you come to Bowral, definitely give this place a visit. I would book in advance as well, because I've seen some people try to come in and it's completely booked out. So yeah, we are gonna finish the rest of this. I think we're gonna get some to go. I will check back in with you when we head to our next destination for our road trip. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, Your Vintage Occasion is actually right next to Dirty Jane's, an antique market with a huge range of unique vintage pieces. Look at these comic books. They used to be 25 cents. Look at all the cameras that are available here. It's home to, I think, over 50 dealers and decorators, and you can find anything from clothing to furniture to ornaments to jewelry to books. Okay, so right next to Dirty Jane's is a place called Green Lane. Now this place is absolutely perfect if you're looking for plants or garden ornaments, or if you're looking to get a gift for somebody who is an avid gardener. Look, I can honestly spend a lot more time here, but we have a wine tasting booked at Bendooley, which I'm super excited about. That place is absolutely beautiful. It's like looking into a painting, so that's where we're going right now. Okay, we have just arrived at the cellar door at Bendooley. They have this new space where we go wine tasting. Previous times that I've been here, I went to the book barn. Also, I just want to comment on how beautiful this room is. So this is like a pretty spacious room. It can sit 6 to 8 people, and then you're overlooking the vineyard. It's like a picture. It's beautiful. Oh, this is delicious. I love it.
I'm so surprised because you don't like sweet stuff.
Yeah, I usually don't like sweet stuff, but this is something I can get behind. All right, we are just done with wine tasting. I ended up getting the dessert wine that I was raving about earlier. Before we leave, I do want to show you their book barn because it's really cozy, it's really beautiful, and it's definitely a place worth checking out before you leave and go explore other places here in Bowral. So the book barn here at Bendooley is a super cute spot where you can get food, lunches, breakfast, etc. And it's also filled with shelves of books. They have a picture book for Harry Potter. Sometimes they have the fireplace as well, and this place just feels super cozy. All right, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we are going to be making a quick pit stop to Gumnut Patisserie because I've planned a huge lunch for me and my friends. All right, we have just arrived at Gumnut Patisserie here at Mittagong. Every time I come to the Southern Highlands, I come get a pie and a sausage roll from here. So the pies here at Gumnut Patisserie has won multiple awards, and once you walk into the shop, you can just smell that scent of freshly baked pies. There's also another shop in like the Bowral town centre, but that one is a lot more crowded than this one. So I typically come to this one instead. We've picked up a few pies, but we're not going to eat it here. We're going to eat it back in our Airbnb. I'm super excited to check that place out. The photos looked amazing, so I'll see you back at the house. We have just arrived at our Airbnb for tonight, and this place is absolutely amazing. There's an outdoor patio where you overlook an entire field, and if it's like a nice day, you can eat your meals outside. There's also a barbecue grill. And then behind me, there's a massive living area with super comfy couches. And then you have a dining table that fits about 6 people. And then there's also an open kitchen. And the owner of the Airbnb were kind enough to give me a bottle of wine. There's a whole bunch of board games, and let me show you our rooms for tonight. So this place has 3 rooms and it fits, I think, 7 people. This is my bed for tonight, and this is my friend's room. So this is what her room looks like, and then this is my other friend's room. This is our bathroom for today. The floors are heated, and the owners were like, oh, we've started to heat the floors up for you. All right, we have a lot of food for our lunch today. I've got 3 pies from Gumnut Patisserie, and I've also got a sausage roll. I've created my very own charcuterie board. I am going to be making a couple more items using Philly cream cheese and some ham and salad leaves. So without further ado, the first pie that we're trying is the beef and potato pie. There is a generous layer of potato on top. I've added some tomato sauce, of course. Something about pies and tomato sauce, it's like a match made in heaven. And next up, we have the lamb and rosemary. The flavor of the rosemary is super prominent, and the lamb isn't too gamey. And I think like Because the crust of the pies is so short and so buttery and so flaky, it's hard for a pie to not taste good. Okay, one thing that I think you absolutely have to try when you go to Gumnut Patisserie is their sausage rolls. The filling is delicious. The exterior is crumbly and buttery. And in combination with the tomato sauce, it's always very good. All right, in addition to the pies, we are also making our own wraps. You're gonna need any wrap, a wrap of your choice. You're gonna need some greens and you're gonna need some ham and some Philly cream cheese. Grab a tortilla and spread a generous layer of Philly cream cheese on it. Then layer thin slices of ham on top or any cold cuts you prefer. This works with almost everything. And then grab a handful of salad greens and place it on top. Wrap it up like so, and you've got yourself a lunch you can make in less than 5 minutes. Ham and cheese is always a winning combo, and ham and cream cheese is no different. This was super easy to put together. It took all of 5 minutes, and if you're in a rush or you've got like a really short lunch break and you need something really quick, this is what you can put together. Okay, I do want to finish off our lunch with something sweet. What you're going to need for this next item, which is also super simple, is essentially 3 ingredients. You need banana bread, you need cream cheese, and you also need some honey. Toast your banana bread, and after it's got like a little bit of a crust on top, put a generous dollop of cream cheese on top and finish it off with a drizzle of honey. And there you have it, banana bread with cream cheese and honey. The cream cheese on this banana bread acts as like a cream cheese frosting on a cake. And I know I said that we're having this for dessert, but I can imagine myself eating this for morning tea or even breakfast. Anyway, our brunch lunch is pretty much done, but before we do anything else, I do want to prep for a dessert that I want to make for us for after dinner tonight. So without further ado, follow me to the kitchen. All right, it is now time to make dessert. This is actually a dessert that's really easy and really quick to make. It takes like 15 minutes top to prepare, and then you can leave it in the fridge for a couple hours, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it now, and then we can have it for dessert after dinner. So this is a coffee cake, and essentially what you're gonna need is you need some Philly cream cheese, some heavy whipping cream, regular white sugar, some unsalted butter, a few tablespoons of instant coffee powder, a packet of plain sweet biscuits of your choice, and lastly some cocoa powder for dusting. I'm going to put the details of the recipe in my description below, so don't worry if you're wondering how much of each you're going to need. First thing that you need to do is boil some water. Add your water to your instant coffee mixture and mix it until it's all dissolved. Then place your cream cheese in a large mixing bowl and whip your cream cheese until it's softened. An electric whisk works best, but a regular hand whisk also does the job just fine. Then gradually add your heavy whipping cream and continue to whisk until it's fully combined together. Once your cream cheese and heavy cream mixture is ready, you can start putting in your coffee that you prepared earlier, your sugar, and your butter. Mix it in until it looks a little bit like this. Now grab a casserole dish or something like what I'm using right now and start lining the bottom with your biscuits. I'm using milk coffee biscuits, but you can use almost any biscuit that has a subtle sweetness to them, such as Marie biscuits or graham crackers. Once you've lined up the bottom, we are going to layer the coffee cream filling on top and then repeat it a couple more times. You can add more layers by doing thinner layers for a more dramatic cross section, but you always want to aim for more coffee cream than biscuits. Alright, there we have it. Smooth out the coffee cream a little bit, and the last step before placing it into the fridge is to dust it off with some cocoa powder, and that's pretty much it. Place it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, So we are currently at the Bowral lookout, and there are quite a number of lookouts just in this vicinity. There's one that looks over Mount Alexandra Reserve, and there's also the Mittagong lookout. And all these lookouts are actually within walking distance of each other. So if you wanted to do all three and check them all out, it's like a nice little walking track that takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get through, depending on how fast you walk. And the views are absolutely phenomenal. Today is a little bit foggy, so you can't really see too much, but when it's a nice day out, you can see and overlook the whole of Bowral and Mittagong. It's actually quite nice. So yeah, it's a nice way to come here and walk off a little bit of the food, especially when you have eaten too much. And prior to this, we were just browsing through the Bowral town centre, looking at some of the boutique shops, checking out some of the cafe, and for whatever reason, subconsciously or consciously, I always just end up gravitating towards food. And I was checking out this place called Raw and Wild Cafe, organic market. So it sells like a whole range of fruits and vegetables. You can make your own peanut butter, you can buy like coffees and teas. There's also a cafe as well where you can get food and also get coffees and teas as well. And they also sell a whole range of non-food products as well. And then afterwards, we went to check out the Mary Poppins statue, which is literally a statue of Mary Poppins in the middle of a park. And the reason it's there is to commemorate the author P.L. Travers, who spent some of her time in Bowral, which I didn't know that. I don't think we'll be doing too much after this. I think we're just gonna find a place and grab dinner and then call it a night. All right, moment of truth. I'm going to taste test my coffee cake before I let my friends try it. We're about to watch a movie on Netflix, but without further ado, let me try the dessert before I feed them what I've just made. It smells really good. It's been sitting in the fridge for about a couple hours now, so let's see. This is like coffee ice cream. I think I did a pretty good job. This dessert took all of 15 minutes to make, and then you just pop it in the fridge and forget about it. It's perfect if you're needing to make a dessert, but you don't have a lot of time. I think adding some fruits such as raspberry and blueberries, it's a bit more tart, so it kind of counteracts the sweetness as well. But of course, it's completely up to you. All right, I'd say that this dessert was a success. I am going to go hang out with my friends. We're gonna find a movie on Netflix to watch. We have very different tastes in movies, so I'll see what we compromise on. But anyway, I'm going to head to bed afterwards, so I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning. It is an absolutely beautiful day today, and I just want to show you exactly what I'm looking at. I don't think I will ever get over how beautiful this looks. Like, what a view to wake up to. So both my friends are still asleep, and we're probably gonna go head out and explore a little bit later, but for now I am going to make us a quick morning snack. Okay, so what I'm gonna be making is a fruit platter with a dip. So in terms of the fruits, I've got strawberries, blueberries, some apples, mangoes, etc. You can choose whatever fruits you like. And in terms of the dip, I'm going to be mixing Greek yogurt with Philly cream cheese. So before I cut up our fruit, I'm gonna make our fruit dip. So essentially what you gotta do is you gotta mix some Greek yogurt with some cream cheese. And essentially just add your Greek yogurt into a mixing bowl and then do the exact same with your cream cheese. And once you've added your cream cheese and your Greek yogurt in, just mix it all together until it's really well combined. The last step is to plate up by putting your cream cheese yogurt dip into a dipping bowl and then prepare some bite-sized fruit and you're pretty much done. It's simple, quick and tasty. It's a great summer snack, perfect for sharing. All right, we are back at the town centre in Bowral and we are gonna grab a quick bite before we head back to Sydney. We have just arrived at the press shop here at Bowral and we're grabbing a quick bite. So what I've got a massive coffee and I've got an acai bowl. So my friend got the mini, which is essentially, she's got a poached egg and she's got avocado on a really thick slice of sourdough. My friend got a spirulina bowl. It's quite similar to what I have, which is an acai bowl. Here's a question for you. Do you eat kiwi with skin on or off? I usually eat it off, so I slice it in half and then I use a spoon and scoop it out. But I also have seen some of my friends just like bite into it like an apricot or like a peach. But yeah, I typically don't eat the skin because it's got too much fur. All right, we are just done with brunch at the press shop and we're pretty much done here with our time in Bowral. If you do come to Bowral, I hope this gives you some inspiration on things to do while you are here. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I post new videos every week. Check them out if you have time. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, so many of the bottles are still going. Okay, so a lot of the wine bottles here at Bendooley, they have a picture on it and it's by an artist called John Olsen. And essentially the picture is of a chicken and in the very middle of the chicken there is like a sun. The legs and arms of the chicken represent vines, like the vineyard. So yeah, I'm just reiterating what I was told.